maybe the carnivore diet isn't providing me with the cognitive benefits that I need because somehow I didn't recognize that losing 14 pounds in a month could be an indication that some of the symptoms I'm experiencing might be the result of not eating enough food. That's why this week's mission was to eat 4,000 calories a day to learn how it affects my energy, cramping, and weight. The fact that I'm losing so much weight is a pretty clear indication that I'm not eating enough calories, and calories are used for energy, so eating more calories should give me more energy. I'm naturally a glutton, so I thought this would be a pretty fun challenge. If this diet is allowing me to eat beyond my hunger levels guilt-free because I need the calories for energy, then that's just another benefit of the carnivore diet that I never considered before starting it. 4,000 calories sounds like a lot of food, especially when all you're eating is meat. But eating is my favorite recreational activity, so I thought this might be the best week since the beginning of quarantine.
Woke up this morning feeling like absolute trash. I've been laying here for about 40 minutes until my stomach could settle down and I could force myself to get out of bed without feeling like I'm gonna explode all over the floor.
I wasn't feeling sick from eating too many calories. Last week, there were days where I ate over 5,000 calories and woke up in the morning feeling great. Last week, I tried eating late at night and I had more energy in the morning. Then yesterday, I ate late at night again and I felt as sick, if not sicker, than I felt since starting this carnivore diet. Maybe if I'm not eating enough, then my stomach is in pain because it's hungry, whereas if I'm eating too much, it feels bloated and sick. So that's going to be something that I have to start paying closer attention to. This occasional morning illness that's been plaguing me since starting the carnivore diet doesn't seem to be from eating too many calories or eating too late at night, but from the quantity of calories that I'm eating late at night. Lesson number 1, don't eat massive amounts of food late at night, which means that I'm going to have to schedule my meals during my day more effectively, either eating more consistently or eating larger meals earlier in the day. And so far, this strategy seems to be effective. Last night, I think I went to bed at 1 and woke up this morning around 6 or 7 and was actually able to get right out of bed, which is one of the biggest challenges that's been plaguing me since starting this carnivore diet. My biggest concern about eating 4,000 calories per day was that I would get fat. But that concern quickly shifted to inspiration. Now that I know that I'm going to be forcing myself to eat 4,000 calories a day, it's also making me think that I need to force myself to work out harder because 4,000 calories sounds like a lot. I got a resting metabolic rate test and it told me that I need around 4,000 calories to maintain my body weight. And that's not from having a naturally fast metabolism because I was much closer to being overweight for my entire life. So I think that I was spending so much energy at the gym that my metabolic rate increased, which is why I can now consume so many calories. But now that all the gyms are closed and I'm just doing workouts outside, that's making me think that my metabolic rate might be slowing down. So one thing that forcing myself to eat 4,000 calories a day is doing to me is it's also inspiring me to work out even harder, which might be partially responsible for helping me hit a new personal record. I just got back from a workout. I was doing a leg day, meaning I'm doing some pistol squats. I was getting some serious cramps the first couple of weeks where I was doing this. I would have to cut the workout short after about 3 sets. But today I hit a couple PRs. 9 reps on my right leg. Maybe all I needed was more calories, and maybe these extra calories are giving me the extra micronutrient content that I needed to suppress the cramping. I can't completely credit the additional calories for these improvements, but I can credit the carnivore diet for making it easier and cheaper than I thought to consume 4,000 calories. Not as hard to get 4,000 calories on a carnivore diet as I thought that it would be, because fat is so calorically dense that I can get 2,000 calories in one meal just by throwing in a couple slices of pork belly, or by rendering some beef tallow, or by using straight up beef fat. If you want to increase your calories on a carnivore diet, it's no problem. The cheapest food has the highest fat and tastes the best. And I can also credit the carnivore diet for giving me incredible focus and mental clarity after consuming a large meal. And the crazy thing is that I can have a 2,000 calorie meal and just sit down at my desk, get straight to work. If I was trying to do this on a regular diet after consuming a lot of carbohydrates, I would be locked down to the couch staring at a TV for the next 2 hours. Eating more than my appetite naturally compels me to eat doesn't seem to have any negative effect on my focus, and it seems to have a positive effect on my frustration. I can't tell you how happy I am that this is the week that I decided to increase my caloric intake to 4,000 calories per day, because I've been feeling more stressed and angry and just frustrated at people and things in life than I have since starting this carnivore diet. And overeating is I don't know if I would say it's a great way, but it seems to be an effective way for reducing stress and anxiety. And now that I'm eating 4,000 calories from only meat, it does seem like I get to overeat without any consequences so far. Please don't take that as a recommendation. It's simply an observation. An observation that I am happy to indulge in right now. What I didn't consider were the days that eating more food would cause me stress. It's pretty funny how the dichotomy of life works. Yesterday I was saying I was so thrilled that this week I was eating 4,000 calories per day because it let me relieve a lot of the stress that I was experiencing. Whereas today I'm experiencing a ton of stress because I'm trying to get a video out by the end of the day, and trying to eat 4,000 calories while also focusing for the entire day on what I'm doing is becoming more stress inducing than stress relieving. So I guess that eating 4,000 calories isn't just beneficial to my tongue, it's detrimental to my focus. A few weeks ago I tried intermittent fasting, and it was way too much of a hassle to try to squeeze every meal into a specific time frame. The carnivore diet makes it easy to ignore my hunger, so if I don't have time to eat, I can shift my meals according to my schedule. That's one of the benefits that this diet provides, is that I can fast and still be productive without restricting myself to a specific eating window. The carnivore diet makes it easier to fast when I'm busy and eat when I'm free. I can feel satiated from a small meal and don't feel bloated from a big one. The problem with aiming for a specific caloric target is that I spend different amounts of mental and physical energy every day, so my caloric requirements shift based on my daily needs. Last day of the week, eating 4,000 calories per day, and it's funny because this went from sometimes being a chore to sometimes being a pleasure to now being a little bit of a nuisance because I actually think that I'd eat more than 4,000 calories a day if I was just going by my appetite. Aiming for this target often forces me to eat while I'm full and prevents me from eating while I'm hungry, which is required on basically every other diet. But on the carnivore diet, the biggest benefit is that I can eat as much food as I want and not gain weight. And eating 4,000 calories a day doesn't seem to be the solution to the problems I was trying to solve. I think that I mentioned that I was not having any leg cramps last time I did the pistol squats, but the leg cramps didn't stop altogether. They just stopped during that one exercise. This morning I woke up around 4 a.m. with the worst calf cramps I've had since starting this diet and possibly in my entire life. The peak pain level that they're at is legitimately worse than bones that I've broken. It's pretty unbearable. I thought that eating the same amounts of the same food every day would provide some consistency in my life, but the fluctuations in my energy, cramping, and bowel movements were as prevalent as ever. A couple weeks ago, I said that I think that the bowel movements are back on track, if not better than they were prior to this diet. I retract that statement. Some days it's like a lumberyard, and other days it's like a nuclear test site. Perhaps that's because eating 4,000 calories is still low enough that I'm losing weight, but I think it's a better indication that there are things besides diet affecting your health. On a carnivore diet, I can overeat one day and undereat the next with no real consequences. I finished this week weighing the same as I did 4 weeks into this diet, when I was eating as much as my heart desired, which is why moving forward, I'm going to stop tracking my calories and aiming for any target. Tracking food and aiming for a target requires a lot of mental energy, and it hasn't resolved any of the issues that I was hoping that it would. My favorite part about a carnivore diet is that it reduces so much mental overhead by giving you a simple algorithm to follow. Is this food an animal product? If yes, eat it. If not, don't. That simple code was enough to bring me to the lowest body fat I've ever been. But I found a bug in the code. One thing that doesn't adhere to the rules of the algorithm. Coffee. Coffee can lead to dehydration, which might be responsible for my cramping. Averaging 3 cups a day might explain why I have a hard time getting out of bed in the morning. That's why next week's mission is to stop drinking coffee. If eliminating coffee doesn't solve the issue, then I'm going to start further restricting my diet, eliminating eggs and anything that's not beef. And if that still doesn't solve the issue, then I'll try eating 5,000 calories of beef. Sorry if this video isn't up to the quality or clarity of the other videos I've put out, because today is day 1 without coffee, and the neurons don't seem to be firing all too well. Hopefully this doesn't continue till the end of the week, but if you want to find out, then subscribe to this channel. I also want to thank True Local for supplying me with locally raised animal products delivered straight to my door, because without these products, I don't think there's any way that I would have been able to hit my 4,000 calorie target. If you guys want to get some healthy, delicious, locally raised animal products delivered to your door, then check out truelocal.ca. Thank you all for watching, and I'm excited to share the next step in this journey with all of you.